All right, guys. So one last video for the day for these last couple skills. So the next skill on DeltaMath today, it's the same thing that you did earlier, except now the angles are going to be given to you in radians. Okay, so tangent of pi. So you have a few choices. First, you are always welcome to convert. I think it's a waste of time, but I know a lot of you prefer to be in degrees, and so you are welcome to convert and do your angle in radians. So in this case, pi times 180 over pi. Okay, remember, converting from radians to degrees, you multiply times 180 divided by pi. So in this case, the pi's would cancel, we get 180. Okay, so that's one way you can do it, is convert so that you can figure out where the angle is in degrees. Okay, I would recommend not doing it that way. Here's why. You should know 180 is pi, 360 is 2 pi. Okay, so this one's pi. All right, so that's easy. We know exactly where that is. It's over here. Okay, but let's do another problem that's not. Okay, like 7 pi over 4. Okay, so this is pi. All right, we know 180 is pi. We know 360 is 2 pi. Whatever the denominator is of the angle you're given, so in this case, the denominator is 4. You want to rewrite pi and 2 pi in terms of a denominator of 4. Okay, so in this case, pi really is the same thing as 4 pi over 4, right? 4 pi divided by 4 would reduce. And 2 pi with a denominator of 4 would be 8 pi over 4. So basically, by drawing those out, by rewriting them with the same denominator as the angle you're given, it's easier to compare. So 7 pi over 4 is just slightly less than 8 pi over 4. And specifically, you know it's pi over 4 less. Right? Here's your angle, but that reference angle, like if you've gone 7 pi over 4, and up here is 8 pi over 4, that means you have 1 pi over 4 left to go, so that also helps you determine your reference angle. All right, and now the last skill, so I'm going to go back. Exact value of quadrantal. Okay, so this one is timed. All right, I gave you 100 seconds. Let me know if you guys are having trouble with the time part of it. Okay, but quadrantals. Okay, the key word here is there are quadrantal angles. Okay, so they are 0, 180, excuse me, 90, 180. But it says that they're in radians, so it's going to be 0, pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2. And if we wrapped back around, 0 is also 2 pi. Okay, now the key to this skill is going to be the endpoints on a unit circle. The endpoint here, if the radius is 1, is 1, 0. Up here at pi over 2, it's 0, 1. At pi, 0, negative 1, 0. And then at 270, or 3 pi over 2, is where we have 0, negative 1. Okay, and then remember, it is cosine, comma, sine. So the x value is the cos, the y value is the sine. Okay, I'm going to erase this over here. So now, let's look at what a few of these might look like. Having this picture up here showing 1, 0, 0, 1, negative 1, 0, 0, negative 1, that will help you tremendously with this skill. Okay, so tan of pi. So pi is negative 1, comma 0. Tan, you have to remember, tan is sine over cos. Okay, so y over x, which at pi is 0 over negative 1, so 0. Pi over 2 is 90, cos is the x, so that's 0. Okay, sine of 0, 0. We're looking at the y value, so that's 0. Okay, tan of 0, 0 is the y, 1 is the x, sine over cos, 0 over 1 is 0. Okay, so you guys get the idea. If you have that picture drawn, it will help you so much in this skill.